Johnson. So this guy, Andrew Johnson, was a Democratic that was picked by Lincoln as his running mate. He was born in North Carolina and he ran to Tennessee after a long period of his life. Throughout his life, he was promoted from a local officer to a House representative and to a U.S. Senate. Both Lincoln and Johnson directed the process of a Reconstruction plan. After Lincoln was killed, Johnson was determined to continue his legacy. He would soon follow Lincoln's plan to make the term of Reconstruction easier for the citizens of the U.S. He would have to take over and battle Congress for the Reconstruction plans in Lincoln's stead after his death. His first plan after becoming the 17th president of the U.S. was the amnesty to the Southerners, who had swore loyalty to the Union. His next plan was to appoint provisional states governors to hold states conventions. Their job was to draft new states constitutions that would refuse the Confederates' debt and ratify the 13th Amendment. This amendment was used to abolish slavery. After a while, he was beginning to be outnumbered. The days of his presidential reconstruction that Andrew had planned were dwindling down fast. After a long while, Andrew Johnson founded some evidence of corruption in a bill that would extend the existence of the borough that the radicals they added, even though it was kind of helpful for the community. He still found some corruptions in it. He also made a campaign against the radical candidates in the 1866 congressional races after he realized he was kind of powerless as long as the radicals had 2/3 of the majority after the 14th Amendments. People began to support the radical Reconstruction instead of Johnson's when they realized that he was not really a great candidate for president at all. Although he was skilled in most stuff, he lacked the tact that was needed to be a leader at that time of period. The radicals were thinking of a way to accuse or make Andrew Johnson impeached by the Senate because he opposed them. They hate each other. After a while, they passed an act called the Tenure of Office Act, which made it illegal for any presidents to remove appointees that were basically approved by the Senate. Hearing this, Johnson tried to retaliate by firing Edwin Stanton. Edwin Stanton was a secretary that Lincoln appointed during the time he was alive. After hearing this, the radicals finally found a way or a crime that they can send to the Senate to accuse Andrew Johnson of committing. So the radicals accused Johnson of illegal acts and crime. After a while, President Johnson was forced to attend a trial, and after the result was shown, he was impeached. The result was a 35 vote that was to vote that he was to be convicted, and 19 that he would be acquitted. Throughout his life, Johnson achieved many things that contributed to the United States. During the Civil War, while President Lincoln was busy fighting off the Southerners, Andrew Johnson sent 50,000 veteran troops to the Mexican border to evict Maximilian, which is a duke that Napoleon III chosen as to challenge the Monroe Doctrine. He also negotiated a treaty with Russia for the land of Alaska that would soon be one of the United States, the states of the U.S., for $17 million. A lot the Congress, a lot of the Senates really opposed against this act. They accuse him for whatever reason they had for this. But later on, it was proof that whatever he did greatly benefited and for the United States in general. So yes, this is basically Andrew Johnson.